everybody. Welcome to, I think, what would be a wonderful Wednesday at this point in time. It is the, what is it, the 26th? Is it actually the 26th? My goodness. That means we are on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, which is tomorrow here in the United States. And we celebrate thanks for the unity of a great nation and a whole lot of other things as well. We give thanks for many different reasons across the United States. And I give thanks for each and every one of you. For those of you supporting me in one of the weirdest periods of my life, that's right. I have come across some health issues that I was not prepared for, setting a high score in the blood pressure department. That's not something fun to do. But we are definitely here with the Culture crew. For those of you who are big parts of that, just want to say thank you. And to those of you who give in big ways, we've got the first Dragon Queen, who's a special part of our little group of Culturians, saying happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. I am on at 1:30 p.m. Central. Okay, sounds good. I think that's how time works. It does. It's 2:30 Eastern. I think all of that's true. Let's see. What else did you say? You said something about some kind of bunny thing. I don't know. Oh wait, no. Yeah. My updated my assistant. Awesome. That's good. Hugs for all. I'll be driving home as you see this. We'll just be safe. Just be safe. And for the very impressive and very talented Scott Westbrook, I want to say thank you for gifting 5 CultureCasino memberships and keeping that tradition alive between myself and Lorena Creole, my internet cousin, who's doing very well from what I'm to understand, although she's changing it up a little bit. I hope she's doing well. I'll try to reach out to her this weekend and wish her a very happy Thanksgiving. Speaking of happy things, we've got another super duper chat from a good friend. We've got Daniel Alpine saying, I think that Zootopia 2 is much better received than the last 2 Disney animated films. Of course. Yeah, it's been really well received. Lots of positive coming out of both Pro and Jonas. And I think that Kike Kwan was a good addition as the snake. I think that that's going to be the standout character in this year's animated feature. I think that it's also one of the reasons why the film will do rather well. I still don't think it's going to make quite $1 billion. I think it'll top out in the $800 million range, but it will be a film worth making. And Disney doesn't do that very often anymore. So thank you for that. It's a sign that Jared Bush is much better creative leader than Jennifer Lee. Yes, it is. That's actually a statement rather than a question, my friend. I think that it's very clear. Jennifer Lee is one of the worst, and that's a real problem. Let's get back to this thing. I don't know why that stopped. Lots of weird stuff going on, but at least I'm not muted. Want to say a quick shout out and thank you to Vat Law. What's up? Saying work and lurk, but have some cheddar, brother. Happy Thanksgiving, Culturinos, or Yanksgiving for those outside the U.S. That's right. And I'll be celebrating Thanksgiving with each and every one of you. And finally, Daniel throws another super duper at us for another $2 saying also happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you. And I hope everybody enjoys and explores what that means, because it means something different to everybody. But 6 minutes starts now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Wherever you are and whatever you're watching, thanks for checking out the 6 Minute Daily. James Cameron is getting his ultimate wish, a film studio that's backed by $1 billion. It's been given the green light in the UK. The UK government got behind this, in addition to raising your taxes, if you're some of my constituents and friends in the UK. I'm sorry, your government lied to you. Get used to it. They've been lying to you for a long time, and you're going to have to not vote Labour. Anyway, so let's move on. Of course, there's more behind this. The Marlowe Studios is what James Cameron is officially calling it, is sticking $1 billion in here. It has government approval, which means it's going to get to collect government money, which means he'll be in line, as Disney is, with applying for those tax credits that basically make filmmaking less expensive, but not any better. In fact, often much, much worse. We've got Simu Liu, speaking of making things worse, saying that the backslide of Asian representation in Hollywood is flipping appalling. No, you're flipping appalling, and you're one of the reasons for the backslide. You're a terrible, terrible human being and representative of any kind of culture, Asian or otherwise. Especially, since you're kind of exactly the Hollywood scumbag that shouldn't be the face of anything. So, yeah, studios think we are risky. No, they think you're risky, Simu Liu. And at the same time, somebody figures out they need to get rid of this mess, including this guy. So Kim's Convenience, Blue Ant Media is going to acquire that. They're going to buy the producer, Thunderbird Entertainment, for $63 million. Because, that's where we got Simu Liu, was from Kim's Convenience. So goodbye to, a Canadian product, and hello to, a different production company. Maybe something in the States. Who knows? We do know this. Warner Brothers Discovery is asking for higher bids. This is not a surprise. We knew this was going to happen. The numbers came in a little bit lower than what Zaslav would have appreciated. He was wanting $30 per share, and that was pipe dream. But we're going to have to see what the second round of acquisition bids are on December 2nd. I still think Paramount Discovery leads in the yard. I think there's no doubt about it. Zootopia 2 review is very positive. Everything I've heard, very positive. Disney's critter-driven cartoon favored mammals. Its reptile-inclusive sequel tips the scales. I don't know that it matters at all, except that Ke Huy Quan did a great job playing the pit viper, the blue pit viper, and really wasn't as daunting a character to deal with. In fact, the kitties still led the crowd, and a lot of the old bits played the same exact way as they did in the first film. You can go and see this safely without too much woke, according to WDW Pro, although I still think there are some premises in there that are very neo-Marxist, my opinion. Assassin's Creed has Toby Wallace starring in the Netflix live-action series coming straight out of the video game. You might recognize him, you might not, and I don't honestly care. There's been nothing positive coming out of Assassin's Creed in a very long time, and whether or not this will change things, I'm just going to say no. Speaking of things that change things, is SadieSink going to change things for Disney? Disney seems to think so. She's in everything now. She's going to be a Spider-Man character in Brand New Day. She's going to be in Avengers Secret Wars. She's got even a rumored Star Wars appearance, quite possibly. She says a lot of people forget that hair color can change. Although she is a natural redhead, she can definitely have different hair color. It will, change her character? I think it just changes your appearance, but I could be wrong. Disney puts a lot of faith in a lot of costume changes that don't really do anything for any character development. So maybe she's right. Maybe the hair color is going to change everything. But Rush Hour 4 is in the works at Paramount because Trump says so. I don't know if that's the actual reason, but that's what the headline says. So, hey, Variety, you wouldn't mislead us, would you? Of course not. Speaking of misleading us, Stranger Things star Linda Hamilton, who, if I remember correctly, was a star of a whole lot of other things before she was on Stranger Things, rejects the anti-aging obsession, saying, "This is the face I've earned." And I like that attitude. I think that more ladies and gentlemen should approach aging that way. You earned your wrinkles and your gray hair. It's why I look the way I look, and that's why she looks the way she looks. And that's kind of like why she's got AARP's movies for grown-ups on blast right now. So that's her promotion of getting older, because it's okay. Speaking of okay things, let's start with the Associated Press. Consumer confidence is sliding as Americans grow wary of high costs, sluggish job gains, and just a general awareness of the fact that they've been taken for a ride by retailers for a long period of time. This has put Shine in the crosshairs, especially in the EU. They've got scrutiny over child safety, illegal products, and many other problems. I think people are going to be more and more wary of Shine going forward. Layoffs are piling up across major retailers, including Target and Amazon, not to mention other places like, airlines and such. So be aware that, things may be canceled or unavailable more and more frequently. Thanksgiving, not much is going to be open. which I think is a good thing for those of you who go shopping on Thanksgiving. And by the way, as I mentioned before, the UK's Labour government, which is the most unpopular government the UK has had in 50 years, well, they are, for lack of a better way of putting it, they're trying to fight back by giving you a tax-raising budget, which they promised they would not do. Everything this lady tried to present, wearing her dumb flower on her lapel, everything she tried to present was already leaked. Everybody knew exactly what was happening and what she was intending to propose. And everybody knows everything about the current government structure, and everybody hates them. And that includes Starmer, who is the least popular leader in the UK's history. And that's saying something, because they used to take people's heads off back in the day. We've got California considering cutting power company profits to historic lows. Oh, really? PG&E? Really? But bills will barely drop. Yeah, because most of the money is being sent to the government in the form of varying types of fees and taxes. So your bill doesn't change. You can cut the profits of your power provider, but if you are largely responsible for the green bologna sausage, the climate garbage, all the things that you've been pushing that have been artificially pushing these bills higher, your constituency is going to figure it out. They're going to be pissed. I think most of California is already pissed. Speaking of pissed, well, a bear died after a crash. That's right. In Simsbury, a bear came, face to face with a vehicle on Monday. And unfortunately, the crash happened in the evening at 5:49 p.m. on Bushy Hill Road. No injuries were reported except for obviously the bear, and the bear passed away shortly afterward. This is something that happens regularly. It's one of the arguments for bear hunts, why the state of Florida continued forward with their bear hunt without a successful injunction negating it. And believe it or not, you still have a bunch of people that apply for bear hunting permits, that aren't hunters, that aren't ever intending to go out and hunt for bears. So several hundred bears will be spared, obviously, because there aren't actual hunters out there looking for them. And look, I just want everybody to be safe, including the bears. And the way to protect bears, believe it or not, is safe and effective hunting, especially after they attack, entire groups of school children. If you remember the British Columbia story we talked about yesterday. So we made it all the way through all the stories. We had a little bonus. We had a little bonus time, and we had a little musical interruption there. But there's Sadie Sink, guys. What do you think of Sadie Sink? I've been arguing with Pro for days. If you go check out WDW Pro's channel and our conversations around this and a lot of the lives, I think like this lady is not the savior of this situation. You can't put that all upon her shoulders. First of all, Disney, you hate redheads. I mean, it's pretty obvious. You eliminated a redhead in Ariel when you remade Little Mermaid. You eliminate redheads left and right. Hollywood's eliminating redheads. When you take a look at this young lady, you're putting a lot upon her. And she comes from a different and successful series called Stranger Things, but you're trying to shove her into everything. Can you imagine her being in the 3 big boy franchises? Are they thinking her looks, her red hair, and her general approach to acting, her effervescence, is going to drag boys in to see whatever they have up there to show? I don't know. I'm not sold, and I'm more than a little frustrated with the way Disney conducts themselves business-wise. I think they're irresponsible, and that's being rather kind. We got a couple other super duper chats. We got a couple of other people joining us. We got a lot of gifties. Again, thank you to Scott Westbrook for that. And we've got Flying Blind on a Rocket Cycle, one of my favorite clips that Pro has, hanging out with us over here, saying happy Thanksgiving to all of you. I will be here tomorrow I will be here on Thanksgiving Day. I will be here for you. I will hang out with you. I will hang out with you over on That Park Place Live and also on WDW Pro. I will not abandon my audience, my friends. I need you all. You guys have been lifting me up at a time I desperately need it. When apparently my brain tried to check me out of life. Yeah, collapsing on the floor is not a good sign for your health, guys. Don't do that. It's very, very bad. Speaking of good things, though, we got an incredible, generous gifty from our friend John. John, I hope you're doing well, buddy. Can't wait to see you. Hope to see you this year somewhere, Texas, Vegas, wherever you happen to be, friend. And I still carry around my challenge coin in my pocket. He says, I got paid today. Awesome. Happy Thanksgiving, Culture. Thank you. Thank you. Apparently I got paid today. Look at that. Big old generous $20. Thanks for that. Yeah. Oh man. Yesterday they prescribed a new medication. So I'm going to be taking 5 pills every day for a while until they figure out which ones to pull out of that mix. Oftentimes I guess it takes the doctors 2 or 3 pills to get your blood pressure dialed in. And you never know what they're going to do to you, what the side effects will be, whether or not you'll be sweating, which seems to be one of the side effects for one of the things that I take. But it's wild. It's absolutely wild. So I just want to say thank you to John, who's extra generous, and I appreciate that. To all of you who've been extra generous, making sure that as the medical bills start to come in earnest, I'm not going to be destitute and or homeless. Maybe I shouldn't have retired so early. I don't know, but I feel grateful that you guys allowed me to do so. Man, what else we got going on? Okay, well, we'll finish out with this. Sadie Sink's going to be in Spider-Man Brand New Day. I don't care. She's not supposedly replacing Zendaya, which desperately needs to happen. We need Zendaya to disappear from the planet. She doesn't offer anything, including even in her show Euphoria. She has an interesting look. Let's be honest about that. But she's not an actress that needs to be in things. Needs is the operative word there. Sadie Sink, I don't even know if we need her. I don't know what we need anymore because nobody has given anybody a performance on TV or on film that has indicated they need to be part of any given production or any given cast or any given show. I mean, can you guys think of a actor or actress that has shown us we need to see them? I mean, I would say outside of maybe Sydney Sweeney. I mean, everybody needs to see Sydney Sweeney, but there's a lot of reasons for that. I don't know. I have a suggestion in the chat I want to say thank you for. We'll get to that right now. From our good friend Barry, the music band, saying, take Thanksgiving off and enjoy it, Culture, my bro. I'm going to be taking quite a bit of the day off. I've got a lot of family engagement that is pre-planned in the day. But because of the way the shows are structured and the time frames that they're in, it'll be all right. I'll be good. I'll be able to participate in shows and to have the full Thanksgiving experience with my family members, which I need. So Barry, I promise you, I will get the full effect. That's all. Billy says she was great. RBF. Okay, I'll take your word for it. Commander at Straight Curve Shadow reminding everybody we are in bonus time. So, and we've got Lee Kindler. What's up, Lee? Good to see you, buddy. Says we're talking about real Thanksgiving, Randall Orser. Look, I don't mind that the Canadians created their own Thanksgiving. I think it's fine. And more power to them. I think around the world, we should take it upon ourselves to be more thankful and celebrate more days with more people and more friends and family. I want to celebrate days with all of you. Yes, I'm getting a little softer as I get older, probably because, well, I bounced my head off the wall and off the ground uh, on my way to the hospital. Long conversation there. Someday we'll walk through it all. We will. The lovely Cynthia Carter is in the house. It's so great to see you, dear. I hope you're doing well. Take care, brother. And don't underestimate don't underestimate the way brushing with the end can mess with you. Yeah. I'm not. You guys, I really wish I went looking through the camera footage because I have several cameras around the house, and I went looking through the camera footage to try to find me reportedly taking on 4 firemen and 4 policemen in my driveway. Because I was completely out of my mind. I had entered Delulu. Okay. Think of me as one of those women that think that at their very lowest point, they're going to appeal to a incredibly rich guy like Branson or somebody. That's how delusional apparently I was, thinking I could take on all those guys. They did get me into the ambulance. They got me strapped to the gurney, and eventually we had a nice conversation about the fact that I don't take drugs, which I don't think they believed because I was completely Looney Tunes, which of course I don't. But I just think it's funny as heck. I was like, I really wish I had that video for you guys because I think it'd be like we could play like a Benny Hill clip to it. Da, 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 da. I think it'd be funny as heck. Anyway, it was weird stuff. And this is a true statement. Thank you. Thank you, John Scott, saying just like they throw Pedro Pascal in everything, huh? And that's what I'm afraid of. I don't want them to saddle this young lady with that kind of burden. She doesn't even have as much character acting clout as Pedro had. You have to remember, Pedro had been a character actor in 1 billion things, Gaumont Productions for Netflix and all kinds of other stuff before he even got into Game of Thrones to play the Viper. And how he created a really nice niche for himself, I don't know, but he did, and his management did a good job of getting him roles. But eventually, you rise above your station and or the level of your competence, which is another way to say that. And of course, he did. Disney will always push you much, much higher than you are prepared to go. And unless you have really good management that can somehow keep you within the upper echelon and keep you in line, no bueno. No bueno. So, and of course, Caradwin is in the house along with Ms. Pitt Cafe, who's managing everything. For those of you running the show today, all of the wonderful wrenches, thank you. Thank you. I know that a lot of creators don't say it often enough, but I appreciate all of you guys. You mean the world to me, and you keep me from getting in a lot of trouble. Not only that, you keep the other folks in the chat from getting into trouble because sometimes people, veer a little bit. I'm just saying. According to our friend Griffin's View, good to see you, Griffin's View. There are 20 nations. We have a 20 nation army that have their own Thanksgiving. Stolen from the U.S., of course. Almost all of them on a different day. I'm happy about that. It makes it their own. I am too. But started with the States. I'm just gonna say, yeah. We were thankful first. Anyway. Is what it is. Daniel Alpine says, Culture Casino, can we now trust that Jared Bush will bring back 2D as he said he would? I think so. Every project that I've heard that has a green light or has a lean to go sounds like a 2D project. There is one 3D project in there, and there's one animated attraction product that is 3D. But mostly, I mean, I think we're going to see more and more 2D. First of all, it's cheaper and faster. Um, Second of all, you just got to get your voice characters in a room to record their stuff. You can do it super fast. And I'm a huge fan, and as are you. So I do believe that Jared will be the guy going forward. And I don't think that they'll try to bring back the Lady of Doom. I just don't. Cynthia's talking to Donovan. Magnum PI is great. Hey, the men of the 80s were very manly. They had mustaches. Mustache. We were all very, very pretty. I know I was. Plus, like if you had chest hair spilling out of your shirt, chicks dug it. Seriously. Yeah. Yeah. Ask Putin's cat. Putin's cat's in the house. Says, if Zendaya is a star, let her hold an entire movie and be more than the girlfriend. I don't think she can, dude. I think you make a great point. This is one of the things that I think a lot of people don't see. Zendaya, maybe if she were some kind of Fembot 3000, remember the costume she wore for the Dune opening? That'd be about it. She's not going to hold attention on the screen. There's a magical word in Hollywood parlance called gravitas. She does not have the gravitas. Of course, if you're Paul Chatto, it's the magic jelly. I don't really care what the words are. I'll just say that not enough people in Hollywood have that. Can you hold a room? Can you hold a room? Can you walk in a room and hold it? Do you have the Brad Pitt? Do you have the Brad Pitt swagger into a room from off stage, approach the center of the room, look around like you own the room, and have everybody's eyes on you? Can you do that? Zendaya can't do that. So, yeah, no. So, Big H in the house. What's going on? Says, I've told your story of the outlaw community. You're becoming a bigger hero than ever. Well, thank you for that, Big H. Yeah, I am quite the outlaw. Yeah. We got our wonderful friend, Texas 84 says, sorry if I missed it. Are you changing your AM schedule next week? I'm going to stay in my window. If anything, it'll fudge around a few minutes, but no, not at all. Days we have bonus, we'll have bonus. Days we don't have bonus, we won't have bonus. And we still are dedicated to staying with our group, which obviously for me is WDW Pro, that Park Place, obviously Midnight's Edge, which goes before me now. They used to go after me, and many others. I am in my niche. Loki will likely lead into me still. And I hope Loki's doing well. He's getting surgery today, so if you want to throw him some words of goodwill, that would probably be helpful. I appreciate Loki as a brother, to be fair. He and I are very close, so I'm going to give him a phone call later. Commander and Striker of Shadow says, when my BP was higher, 199/90, that's high. I was on 3 BP meds twice a day. That's where I am with some diet changes. My diet's always been good. I've always been like somewhere in the Mediterranean diet primarily. I don't eat a lot of breads. Sometimes I have breads. Like right now, I'm having some breads, but mostly Mediterranean stuff. And I eat a lot of meat, and I don't eat a lot of carbs. I don't add salt to stuff. I mean, I'm like the least likely guy to have what happened to them have happened to them. So it was very strange, but it happens. Randall gets out there and says, Zendaya and Pedro are like Frank's Red Hot. They put that crap in everything. Yeah, you shouldn't put it. You just sparingly. So, oh, and by the way, of the firefighters and police folks that I've talked to, they understand I was out of my mind and did not intentionally go after my saviors that were coming to rescue me. Speaking of rescuing me, Is This Live is in the house. Good to see you for 7 minutes of participation here. 8 minutes now that you sent this super chat saying, any truth to the rumor that you enjoyed the taser to your gonads a wee bit too much? G'day, Cultureinos. Didn't get that, but what I did get was strapped in. Strapped in. It was a very strange day for this guy. They're still trying to run it down. Today I have a cardiologist appointment, and they're probably going to have me wear one of those heart monitoring things, which I've done before, and some other stuff. So yeah, we'll get a chance to investigate the various things they're making me do that are bonus time for diagnosis. But I think they've really settled into the fact that the BP and setting the high score on the BP. Whenever you go over the 200s, that's bad, just so you know. They call it the silent killer for a reason. It almost got me completely killed. So I'm very grateful to be here with you all. So there's that. Cuddle smash. I kind of did go almost smash. It was crazy. I really do need to find the video of that. I think you guys would be interested. Is This Live for a member chat? Gifted 10 Culture Casino memberships. Is This Live? Thank you so very much. We are trying to get to 1,000 members. 1,000 members would change the complexion of this channel. So for those of you who help, like Is This Live and many, many others out there, I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you because you are changing the complexion of this channel. You're making more people a part of the growing Culturian army. We've got great Cultureinos out there, and I appreciate it. Lord Shax, it's good to see you, bud. Hope things are going well. Got a few other folks here as well, but it's good to see you all. You guys are incroyable. That's like a French way of saying incredible. Why does French sound like somebody just like took like a food processor to words? It's like so weird. Crazy stuff. And it's come a go and reminds me to say gifty, gifty, gifty. That's right. Many much gifties. Of course, our good friend Daniel Alpine, major contributor as Lightning Sketch Productions, says, think we can now trust that Jared is going to bring back 2D? Yes, we can. I think I answered this question, but it's okay. I'll answer it again. It's good to see you all and to say thank you to you all. I just want to thank you. Let's see if we can get to super chats. Ba-ba-da-ba. Holy cow! The Psychotic Mongoose is in the house gifting a Culture Casino membership. Thank you, Psychotic Mongoose. Much appreciated. Cash Kester gifted 10 Culture Casino memberships. Thank you, Cash, the Smokin' Man, and of course, our good friend Cyrano from everywhere. Saying, here you go. Have a gifty Culture Casino membership. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Ruby Hoof follows up with her Culture Casino membership. Thank you, Ruby Hoof. And it's great to see you, dear. And of course, Graph Web, the most consistent person on the internet, on the web, is Graph Web, saying, for philandering's sake, hashtag cancel Disney minus. And I agree. Please do. Please do. Spend the extra time and just cancel. Speaking of canceling, Daniel is, I'm going to keep highlighting this because I think Daniel's right. I think we're going to get there. Look at all these amazing people. I appreciate you guys. You really do make the difference. I know a lot of people say that, but I mean it. Plus, I'm sweating like crazy. These drugs, I'm telling you right now, the BP drugs are insane. One of them drops my heart rate down to like comatose. It's like insane. Really wild. Barry the Music Man says, I lived the better part of a year with a BP between at 200 over 100. Good Lord, my friend. That's very dangerous. That's like brain problem dangerous. Believe me, I would know. Ooh. I hope you're better off now, my friend. I really do. Really, really. You guys are on fire in the chat. I appreciate the support. Is this live? Says LOL. I get it. I still remember the look of horror when I told the cardiologist in 2019 that I would drive to the hospital when they told me I had a heart attack and was still having a cardiac event. Hey, I'm going to tell you, they'll be able to tell because the little box will still be on me. It's a weird thing. They are trying to track it down. As a youth, when I was an athlete, I was diagnosed with a heart condition, and this isn't a secret or anything. I had a specific kind of a heart condition my entire life. From the time I was 18 onward, it was well known, and what could happen, what would happen, and what the potential was has always been known. But the cardiac thing had nothing to do with any of the other things that happened to me that day. It was straight up BP going crazy. So yeah, pretty wild stuff. Weatherman, it's so good to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. I haven't seen you in a minute, and I know you're not exactly in the world's best health, but it's good to see you. And thank you for gifting a Culture Casino membership. I worry about all you guys. Of course, Lorena Creole, my internet cousin, got the benefit of that one, Weatherman. So well done. Well done. Lorena seems to be doing well, although she's changing some stuff up. So if you're a member over on her channel, just be aware. She's doing some shuffling around. Do any of you guys hate like bad math? Because like I'm seeing like on X like terrible math stuff. Like saving a penny a day will get you 365,000 cents in a year. And I'm like, no. I'm sorry. Bad math annoys me, and it's everywhere on the internet. And the fact that some people like let it go blows my mind. I'm like, guys, y'all are way smarter than this. You punch it into Grok. Grok will fix it for you. You know, you got to not listen to these internet geniuses that are trying to sell you on some kind of a scam. Like they might as well be coming out of a call center somewhere in India. So like don't buy the bad math, please. Please. I'm just asking for a friend, for me, for your friend, Culture. So there's that. Oh, and a quick reminder, I'm supposed to remind you. Okay, so the PO box is live. I'm going to start putting it in the description down below. And I'm going to put it in the channel description thing as well. But the PO box is live. You can send stuff there. I will be happy to display it to others. I've got some stuff to show you on Friday. This from my friend Sean Estep, who sent a gift via another person to me. I will share all of it with you. The contents are always genius. Sean always sends genius things. But the PO box is 20307. This is care of Culture Casino. And the zip code is 85277. It's really strange. It's at an air park, a private air park that's by the house. So it's very easy to get there. Obviously, it's easy to get mail there. And it's very simple. So, yep, it is a real address. Yeah. And I will give you even more information about that address very soon in the description and everything else. So if you want to get me things and send them to me because they're important things, there you go. So, and Putin's cat says, or people trying to do some multiplication that is harder than the normal. I know, dude, the modern math, like teaching kids math. Okay, so little quick story about what's that called? Common Core. I know math. I have to, or I really did have to in my career. I really had to know math very well. So, especially when you're doing contracts and stuff like that. So, one of the things that blew my mind is I was trying to help and tutor a young person, one of my friend's kids. They weren't strong in math. One of my friend's kids needed some help, and they were doing this Common Core bologna sausage, which isn't math. It's like fake garbage. Anyway, so I went to try to help and went through the book. I read the chapter that we were covering. You know, I'm not dumb, right? Pretty, got a kind of an engineering brain up here, and was going through everything. Now, it's engineering, software guy, whatever. I have a lot of expertise in a lot of different areas, and I'm like, none of this makes any sense. So for the better part of the entire time, I ignored it and just taught them how to do it the right way. Of course, they got in trouble because they learned how to do math the right way, and they didn't get the full score, the full points awarded to them, despite the fact that they got the right answers the right way. I don't understand why. Why are we teaching kids the stupidest idea around math? Why are we not teaching them how to do math and get the right answers? And, make it so that like everybody gets the same answers and they get there the same way. What the flip happened? Why are we counting like these 7 buses and other garbage that got inserted into it? Why did everything become a word problem of weirdness? I don't get it. We're in a weird world, kids. We're in a really weird world. Is this live says, on behalf of my fellow Culturinos, read the free member chats, please. Sure thing. And I apologize. When I put it in super chat mode, it ignores everything else. So when I'm looking for all the wonderful gift chats, I have to write the word celebrates. So right now, I'm going to say to Cyrano, celebrates 20 months of membership, saying, getting ready for all the fun Thanksgiving calls. There you go. Happy Thanksgiving to all the Culturinos family. That's right. Yeah, for my friends that work in civil services, if you work in any emergency services, EMS, whatever, these are the weird days, and I apologize. As somebody who had a family member that had to go on the weird calls on the holidays, I'm sorry. It weirder than even, the person you're trying to help trying to throw punches at you, like I was the other day. Just know the people there are in dire need, and maybe they don't even know it. So, but yeah, I hope you are safe, and thank you for being here for 20 months, Cyrano. Ruby Hoove celebrates a long time. 19 months of membership, saying happy Thanksgiving, culture and culturians indeed. And of course, our friend Richard James, Dr. Richard James, I believe, celebrating 2 months of membership. Stewardship. I'm going to start calling it stewardship because you guys are stewards of me. So thank you. Thank you. You are ensuring my health, my well-being. Yes, which is fun, right? Anyway, so 2 months of that, wishing you and yours a happy and blessed Thanksgiving. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. And we will all have one. In fact, I've got to call my mom here in a little bit, and talk a little bit about all the foods and everything. So, Georgia Peach says, hope everyone has a blessed Thanksgiving for those who celebrate, blessed day for those who don't as well. There you go. I hope everybody has an amazing day. You guys are incroyable. Again, I keep trying to use French. And again, you have to destroy words to say things in French. Like butcher them. Like Cuisinart the crap out of them. So there's that. And Bruce Newhouse Bruce says the various new maths are linked to doctorate candidates seeking something new in mathematics to justify their dissertation. I agree. And their stupidity and apparently adherence to their demon lords. Let's not forget that. It's insane. Let's see. Putin's cat says all single digit adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing should be memorized. Yeah, I think most people we had our multiplication tables mesmerized and everything else. So it's crazy stuff. Read your super chats. I have been, dear. I think I have been. We got another super duper chat here from Ruby Hoove saying, years ago, blood pressure med decided not to work. BP spiked very high, very scary stuff. I sympathize, Culture. Yeah, for $5. I'm going to tell you, it's very weird. I have cool doctors, though. That's the other cool thing. So in the hospital, I'm going to tell you, there were 3 amazing nurses that cared for me round the clock. In fact, there were actually a team of 6 nurses that cared for me around the clock. They took such good care of me. And my job was to try to make them laugh. And I hope I succeeded every day, but they were so caring and lovely. And one of the things I want to do is go and give them all a Starbucks gift card just to say thank you. And not try to run their blood pressure up. They can get whatever they want to with it. But I just feel like that's a little give back that you can give somebody that they get a little kick out of the day. And amazing people. I'm very grateful. My doctors, my nurses, everybody was incredible. The people that were very worried about me expiring under their watch. So it was very, very cool. Let's see. We got Teddy out there saying, I can't stay long because I have guests here this week. I'm glad you're here, Teddy. But I wanted to say hello. It's good to see you again, sir. I hope you are well. I am very well right now. And thanks to you, I am extra well. This is a way for me to take a couple of these wonderful gifts in the form of this money and maybe take it to those lovely nurses who took such good care of me that I will never forget their names. So very important. Is this live? It says, on behalf of my fellow Culturinos, read the free member chats. I think I did. I've read that more than once. Donovan Bradford says, good nurses actually are very good towards my father's. And I visited him every day in the hospital, got him the morning paper, watched TV, talked. His nurses would bring food. It's amazing. Good nurses are absolutely a blessing. And I'm so very grateful. These are dedicated people. They wanted everybody that they were helping to care for to be okay. And I'm going to get a little emotional because they did such a good job with me. They really were worried when things got out of control, when my machines went off. They got to work to make sure that culture did not expire. So, yeah. Weatherman says, I am Lord Shax. Well, there you go. Texas, leave Culture Casino alone. No, I'm going to tell you, If I had to spend any more time in a hospital room, it would have been that one with those people. And I'm going to tell you, the doctors were genius and fun too. I always consider it my job to like lighten the mood, despite the circumstances for me, it was how can I make these young people laugh? So, and again, I get all that from you guys. The constant banter we have every day, I value. I value all of you. So you need to know that. I'm getting text messages. This is terrifying. It's my dad. Yeah. It's like, are you doing a podcast? I'm like, yes. Speaking of, I am Iron Man. Speaking of Iron Man, Mexican Iron Man has talked me out of doing Saturday and Sunday shows, guys. So I'm sorry, but for the foreseeable future and until my recovery is cemented, Saturday and Sundays are out. So you might get a video, but no more podcasts. So Monday to Friday. So there's that. The incredible and amazing Dr. Richard James says, happy and blessed Thanksgiving to all Culture Casino. Casinoans in the audience. How about Culturians, my friend? And thank you for the $5 super chat. Indeed. You guys are amazing. Psychotic Mongoose has been everywhere recently. It's great to see you again, friend. Many of you have returned. So it's great to see Juliet out there from across the pond, suffering under the weight of the worst government in UK history. And that's saying a lot. Cat Slave says, it's probably for the best that I not work on Saturday and Sunday. Yeah. Yeah. Plus, I get to look up and say thank you every day during the weekend. And that's a good thing. Is this live? Says, listen to him. A slight health event and he starts slacking. Hey, I'm not slacking. I'm not slacking, brother. I still may give you a video. You don't know. It is what it is. James Tosher's like, oh my goodness, poor Britannia. Yeah, it's been rough. There's my good friend Crimlon. Hail to you, sir. Good to see you. Anyway. All right, what else we got? Donovan Bradford saying greetings to everybody. Lord Shax, everybody saying hi to Weatherman. I love it. I love the fact that you guys are all close and chat back and forth and everything. That really does make a community. It's one of the reasons why we are pulling more audience than we have before. You guys are the reason. You guys are the reason. Between the gifties, the chats, the reminders of silly events and all of that, you guys make that happen. This is what's happening over for my friend Drunk 3PO on his morning show. It's what happens for my friend Loki. It's you that make this happen. It even includes Snakes, who says hello to Miss Pickoff. You guys are great. Toe Box out there. Going to tell all of you to mahalo Beach Punks when we are out of here. Speaking of which, guys, believe it or not, the merch store is still open. You can go to beachpunks.com or beachpunk.us and pick up your whatever, hat, your sweatshirts, your pullovers. You guys, I guess, call them hoodies. There's all kinds of stuff out there. Long sleeve t-shirts are my favorites. But you can get lots of merchandise that has the big old cock on it. And a lot of you like the rooster. So there's that. And then we've got more new merchandise coming on the horizon soon. Thank you for your attention to this matter. The podcast merchandise is coming, and the new Garden Channel merchandise will be coming here. Hopefully, if not the end of the week, the beginning of next week. I'm going to work with a couple of designers on that. Speaking of which, some of you had suggestions and art suggestions for the new channel, for the Culture Casino gardening channel, which I'm going to just call Gardening Culture. And that channel will be officially launched this weekend. So stay tuned. It's not like there won't be things happening. There will be, but it'll just be, not necessarily Saturday and Sunday when everybody should be celebrating and relaxing with their families. Should go to church, do those kinds of things. If you go to church, I go to church, but there's that. So, let's see. Commander and Striker Shadow. It's like one good thing about my BP being under control is my severe migraine issues. And that's the other thing. I do believe that my headaches will become more under control, and I'm looking forward to that. So exciting. Yep, gardening culture. Sweet indeed. Yeah. And and look, the goal of the channel is to get you to garden. I don't care how much space you have. I don't care if you've got a window ledge. We're going to talk about how to make that work for you, and to do some of the things that will improve your health, and have you growing in the most effective way possible. So, and even if it's hydroponic, I can walk you through all of that as well. So, yeah, we definitely need some gardening culture merch, indeed. And what I've decided is I might model myself after what's that old artist's name? That used to paint the happy trees. Maybe that's me gardening, right? He there was a record set in a recent auction for one of his paintings. So anyway, okay, it's not yard work. It's not yard work. This is straight up growing stuff. You're going to be happy. Yeah, and it's Bob Ross is the correct name. Thank you to all of you who knew who I was talking about. I don't have his epic hair, but I have a different kind of epic hair. Let's be honest about that. All right. We'll have some happy little potatoes. Oh, that's right. You did send me a farmer a farmer look. You're right. You are correct. You are correct. I will go back and revisit that, my friend. Can you imagine culture as Bob Ross? Culture Ross. All right. Anyway. And again, you are correct. I did get a couple of people, including Putin's cat, who sent me some looks. I like those looks. Cat Slave said, I tried growing sprouts in a large pot. Ended up with hundreds of grape-sized potatoes. Yeah. Yeah, let's do it different. Roth culture. Let's not do that. Culture Bobs. I think that might be a different channel. I don't think that's one that YouTube would enjoy. You guys are on fire today. You guys are on fire. We've got Donovan saying, I write to create. I have a vaccination after Cyber Monday where I'll be working on my book. A vacation. Okay. Even writing horror can be fun as you realize your characters have depth. That's right. Yeah. How exactly can they do this? How do they feel about this murder? How do they feel about hearing the tendon tear as they drag their knife through it? Anyway, I guess I'm kind of weird. I would love to do an audiobook for somebody writing a horror. Can you imagine me reading it? Ooh, a little spooky. A little spooky. Anyway, well, we're running a little long. We're 40 some minutes extra. We're an hour and 11 minutes into the show. And hopefully you can go back and grab the parts you missed if you missed anything. Just understand tomorrow is Thanksgiving. I will be here for a little bit, and then we will be elsewhere for a little bit. Tomorrow will be a traveling day. You'll bounce from channel to channel to channel, but you'll have company, which means that throughout your day, even if you have a house full of people, you can change the channel. If it doesn't change, it should change automatically for you to get to the next available podcast live show that you can listen to. A lot of conversations will definitely center around Thanksgiving and the traditions that a lot of households have. I will be willing to share some of mine, and we'll get there. Whether it be marshmallow fluff on your pumpkin pie, or what you do with your cranberries if they're fresh or gelatinized. I'm sure we'll share all of those things as well. I hope everybody has the time to enjoy their Thanksgiving, and if not, take the time to share it with everybody here and elsewhere. Apparently, I'm a dork. I'm okay with that, but I am not Sadie Sink, who is going to be in every Disney thing ever, much to its detriment, I'm afraid. I thought they weren't doing Morning Magic, WDW Pro tomorrow. I have differing information. I guess we'll find out. I promise I'll send you wherever you need to go. But right now, if they're still live, I'm sending you over to Midnight's Edge to catch up with them and to tell them I sent you. So on that note, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, and until next time, I'm going to have Wilton throw me off a roof. This might have contributed to my medical emergency at some point, maybe. I don't know.
Why, hello there, random citizen.
Oh, hey there, little buddy. How's it going?
Have you subscribed to CultureCasino yet?
Well, no.
Certainly.
Oh!
These guys, I tell ya.
Oh!
Dang it, I missed. Why won't these guys just subscribe already?
That hurt.